Welcome, everyone.
Hey,
Our newest
Hello, 40
edition
fans.
of 40 Minutes. This week, we have John in his very interesting. John, what happened to you since last week?
Very
uh,
extra.
I went to Lollapalooza.
I thought you were going to say Area 51.
No,
It's more accurate.
no, you can't go there.
So you were at Lollapalooza last week, but I didn't. I thought they
Yeah.
shut that down.
They did. I was basically I was just in the grass part in Chicago where they host Lollapalooza, and I sat there.
What was the substance of choice? It looks like you're tripping there.
Nothing. Water.
Oh,
Yeah, I
healthy
couldn't.
water.
There was no one out there to sell me drugs, so I just hung out.
Well, that's
Well, you look great.
Yeah, you look fantastic. Josh, how have you been keeping sane since our last big chat last week?
Just thinking about John. What else?
Hey, that'll do it.
Is that why you look so stressed out?
Yeah, your forehead's all sweaty.
Yeah, that's the effect John has on people.
Just exhaustion.
Mm.
Exhausted and worried about life.
Nick, how about you? I see you're repping Tool this week.
Yes, this was on top of my laundry pile. Other than wearing band T-shirts, I went for a run this morning. I felt pretty
sweet.
great.
What a
Yeah.
nice day out.
It was.
For those watching in the future, if you're watching this on a rainy day and it sucks, it's a gorgeous day right now.
Sorry.
So yes, sorry.
Bee jelly.
So what album is that from?
This is from the recent tour last year. Fear Inoculum.
John, what are you doing?
Look,
Nick's trying to
I
make a
got John
point.
on my shirt. I got John on my
Oh
shirt.
shit, that is John. You know,
John, you're a trendsetter.
I feel like
They're
there's
not
a lot
told
of
for no reason.
I feel like there's a lot of different parts of being in a band, and people could say what they want about Tool because they have a very I feel like a lot of people love Tool and a lot of people don't like Tool, but there's not a lot of people who are like, Tool's okay. But a place
It's
where
one
they
extreme or the other.
they have great artwork. Their logos are cool. Like there's a lot of factors to being in a band that people don't realize. Like a lot of decisions you
sure.
gotta make, other than just sitting in a room and making music. It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Like John, looking. John's bringing out the looks every week for the band. Look at the way you're glowing on that screen.
So happy he is.
Really am. I can't see anything. I'll be honest with you, so I don't know what I look like.
You'll find out later.
You look like a tool.
You've never looked better.
Josh has been thinking about it all week.
Mm.
And you didn't disappoint him.
So I will say this: we have something really important that's happening to us on Friday, and May 8th, 2020. For anyone who's watching this in the future, that's what I'm talking about. Our newest record, our second record, Nightbirds, is coming out this Friday. So a big portion of this week's podcast is going to be about that. And John, we could barely see you. Now you're coming in a little bit. You look faded though.
Perfect.
I like that. John, how many candles you got there?
5.
5. So
For each
one
one
for
of
each
my
band
eyes.
member, one for each band member, and an extra for what's the extra one for?
Drank Taylor.
Hey,
Hey, check out last week's podcast. Know what that's all about.
please.
So this week, as John makes weird noises and looks weird, this week we're going to talk about the final track on Nightbirds in anticipation of its release, called Pirate. And I love Pirate. One of my faves.
I'm making that one.
So Josh, I want to start off with some of your thoughts. I feel like Pirate is the most important part of Pirate is rhythm section, bass, drums, and all that stuff. And I feel like we just kind of help it along.
I actually was going to say I don't think I've ever played a harder bass line. But in all seriousness, the rhythm section is definitely what keeps that. It provides that one the energy in the recording and live.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel when we were recording that one? Shout out to Tony Mascara, because that was a really, really good
Tony.
take we had on that.
Was it only one take? I can't remember. I feel like it was just
It was,
one take.
It was, if at most, it was 2.
I definitely know for a fact
1.5.
the take that remained,
Yeah.
like once we recorded, we were like, there's almost no else work that needs to be done. That's the take. It was just, it was magic, honestly.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Maybe for you.
I mean,
Not for you.
I didn't mess up at all, so
Hey,
I had a wonderful recording experience.
Oh shit! Shots fired.
somebody with extra eyes had to redo their parts. No names mentioned.
That's because John was trying to play the song twice at once.
Well, I have the most work to do because I have 2 things to do at once. I have to sing and play guitar.
That's true.
Matthew
Sure,
doesn't
count
do
them
that
out.
at all. He never sings and
I-
plays guitar.
I don't do that.
Ouch.
Not on Pirate, at least. But my job on Pirate is to make love to the guitar.
Ooh.
That you do.
That's
You should-
actually just most of. I get into that so much when we play it live, and sometimes when we rehearse it too. I think that's why I like that song so much, because it still remains a visceral song.
So, Nick, what's that song mean to you, bud?
Yeah, that in the studio and when we play it live, that's one that's like usually the easiest. It's like consistently good. Like usually we'll play a song well, but like maybe somebody's volume or tone wasn't exactly right. But like I think with Pirate, it's like always good. I can't remember the last time we didn't do that song justice. And yeah, like it probably was one take at Tony's place. Maybe we ran through like half the song just to warm up, and then the take you hear on the record is the one
Pretty
and
much
only.
it. I think I redid some guitars at the end. Me and John did, but other than that, it was just like no problem.
Even the mixing was like so simple. Like I think we spent a little time like making the bass sound cool. Like I think there's a cool effect on like a little extra effect on that as opposed to the other songs. Yes. And I think like towards the end, like when we were meeting our deadline to upload them to the streaming services, I think that's when we started experimenting with like different approaches to Matthew's guitar solo. So that may have produced a few extra mixes, but other than that, it was pretty simple.
About 90% of the song I feel like was done like the first week or 2 of mixing it. Within
That's
like
not an exaggeration.
within like 4 or 5 mixes, it was like, oh, okay, that's it. But I guess that's the point of I feel like with a song like Pirate, that's why it's important for bands to be rehearsed and know the songs that they're recording. Because the better takes you get in the studio, the easier it is to mix them.
I feel like that song has a lot of like even though it's not really the type of song they make, but it's kind of, it has a lot of Rolling Stones energy in it.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just to the point.
Does anyone else feel like John's in alien therapy right now?
I feel like that the underbelly of a bug.
It doesn't sound like you feel too good there, John.
It looks like you're shedding your husk right now, like a beetle or a snake.
Yeah,
A cicada.
I think 2 of these eyes are going to be taken off soon because it's hard to breathe.
I wonder why that is. It's almost like they're directly over your nose.
It's hard to drink my coffee too. I like to drink my coffee when we do these podcasts.
Keep
You
yourself
sure do.
keep that energy up.
Yes,
What was I going to
please.
say about Pirate?
It has Rolling Stones energy.
Oh yeah. Besides that, I think that it's just lit. It's
Very descriptive.
Say more.
there's not really. You listen to it, and it also has kind of like an Oasis energy, a little bit of an Arctic Monkeys energy with the way the lyrics are. Maybe not really.
You know what? I will say this. I have a fun story about Pirate. I remember me and John had that song for a while, just like messing around, and it started off as me goofing around and like making fun of pirates. I don't know why, but like I was playing the main guitar like riff like really fast and just screaming in a raspy voice, and then John wrote lyrics to it. And it was kind of the lyrics were kind of similar to what they were back then, and we changed a lot of other stuff in the song. Got the right tempo down, which was very important for it. Really fixed it. Yeah, really fixed it with Nick and with Josh. But I had no idea what half the lyrics were for like 5 years. And we would play it all the time. Yeah, and I had no idea what they were. And when I found out what the lyrics were, on my to-do list, you're my number one chore, everyone's jaws dropping to the floor. I was like, whoa! Holy shit!
Yeah, like they're,
So good penmanship there, John.
Arigato. I just hope people can appreciate it the way we do. They might just need to take their.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's my favorite song on the record."
I was saying it about Drank, but yeah, I could see. I think everybody's gonna like every song different. I think like "Am I Right's" gonna hit people different. Summer Song, if you're it depends. I think it also depends on what type of mood you're in, what kind of life you're in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because if you're just trying to party, Pirate and Am I Right are your fucking things. Or you're trying to feel a little bit smoother, Am I Right? If you're trying to fucking rock out a little bit harder, Drank Taylor's your soulmate.
So,
and if you're in a but you could all mix and match.
So,
Sure.
I think moving on to just.
By the way, we do have to mention this. Pirate is our mother's favorite song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By far. Every time we play it, she screams.
She actually
even if it's a rehearsal.
We could have given her a writing credit.
Basically, at this point.
She was like a producer whenever we rehearsed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She always wants it in every set list.
She would be the one for years that would, and Nick will know this because it was still happening when he first joined. Don't you think you're playing that a little too fast? Don't you think that song should be a little slower?
Oh, unless you know her business.
Yeah. So
she knew our business.
So sometimes you need to listen to the people around you. Sometimes they know the songs better than you do.
The layman.
Yes, the layman.
True.
So I think one thing I wanted to talk a little bit about today is since Nightbirds is coming out in a couple of days, I figured it would be good to talk about the record just as a whole. And like the 4 songs together, kind of like what John was just saying. I think it's a certain vibe, but I almost feel like it's. I don't know if Josh or Nick or whoever agrees with me, but I almost feel like it's a record that could have been a party record, but it's almost like how you feel about partying after you get home and you feel you hate yourself. If that makes any sense.
It's a hangover record.
Yeah.
I can get the party vibe, but man, it definitely makes me think. It makes me contemplate life, so to speak, and all my decisions up to this point.
Yeah. I think it tells us. I think it kind of tells a story about where I was at in life when those songs were written, like lyrically at least.
Sure.
Where like it was like, I was kind of a dickhead, and I was enjoying meeting new people, and I was also the Goomba guru and Drank Taylor.
Yes, you were. Josh, what this?
I wanted to ask real quick, because you were talking about that. Are all these songs from like roughly around the same time, or what's the timeline of these?
So I think Pirate, Summer Song, and Drank were probably from like 2012 to 2013. And Am I Right might have been written a little bit after that.
They're close enough though.
Oh wow.
But they
Sure.
are close enough. Yeah, they're older songs.
Where
2012
they
is a little bit too old.
where
Maybe
they've
2013.
where they've ended up, I wouldn't have guessed. I actually would have thought that Am I Right actually came earlier, because sometimes when I'm listening to that and Pirate, I feel like they have like a very similar energy, but they also, after being produced, ended up in a completely different place. Also, it's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
see that.
During the mixing process, that they kind of turned into like two different things on the spectrum.
Even all of them, I'd say they all have turned into much more separate things now. Like they all come from a similar-ish time period.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
feel like older recordings too, uh, Pirate and Am I Right and Drank were all they felt much more like similar, but
Mhm.
that's
Like
years
more
ago.
on the same cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
I think the mood of the way the songs were that Matthew and we do have to give Matthew a shout out with a lot of the mixing. Matthew
Oh
works.
yeah.
Matthew spends hours every time he mixes on like small things. So, but I think the mood is very similar. I think it's our darkest record. We only have one other record, but that was kind of bright. You know, these songs are all similarly a little bit gloomier, and a little bit shows a little bit of our minor scale side.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yes.
I think it's important too to have people that come to our shows know this, but people who just listen to our music that on Spotify or whatever really probably don't get the full picture of. We have a lot of different sounds to offer.
Yeah,
It's like someone who might have came to our shows. They might hear songs that aren't released or recorded, say like Lord, or if they came to an acoustic show, they might have heard Sometimes Love. And then they, listen to the Marconi EP and it sounds nothing like those songs.
yeah,
And then they might hear this and it's dark compared to the Marconi EP. It's not like Florida or Minerva or, where they're kind of up tempo and they're in major keys and stuff. These are all in minor keys. That's why I thought the name Nightbirds was perfect.
yeah.
I thought the name was great. And the album art, again, I gotta give Nick his credit for that. Our album art's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
CDs
Yeah.
look gorgeous.
Yeah, we do have CDs. They're made.
Thank you.
See, one thing too. I think I learned a lot from doing the Marconi EP. And I gotta say, shout out to Rich King. He taught me a lot about life and about music. And working on that whole process was great, and it taught me a lot about this. Okay, upload your record way before you want it released.
Yeah.
We're showing band maturity this time, just to have it all for naught while we're all sitting home, not being able to jam together.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think that this record is gonna hit. It's gonna sound cleaner on Spotify than the Marconi bit, because I think we're figuring out how to keep our levels in check. We want everything. It's hard to have everything blaring, and then it gets so compressed into the digital music market. So we're learning as we go, but especially Matthew.
Yeah. Well, old
and
formats.
more than me.
When you're used to working on old formats and you got to translate it to new formats and you got to make everything sound good on everything, it's a much different task than making stuff sound good on one area. And I guess it just requires a little bit more like listening to other people's songs on Spotify and then listening to them on YouTube, and then you can even find some uncompressed versions of people's music, like FLAC files and stuff, or dot waves of people's songs that sound way cleaner and have no compression. And you're like, oh wow. But yeah, it's interesting because compression totally can change a mix entirely. So I think listening to MP3s like a shit ton on this, and then listening to Dot Wage and going, oh wow, I lost all of the treble in that guitar line. Oh wow, where did Josh's bass just go? I remember so many times.
The whole song changed to complete key, and
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys this, and it's this is just an unrelated music thing that is
pretty exclusive
happening
about this.
right now. It totally I don't know how it happened on Logic, but it totally changed keys, totally changed tempos, and it almost completely ruined the song. And I was like, "What the? What is going on?" It took me and John like a day to figure out what was going on.
What song is this?
Funny side note: we can't talk about it on here.
Oh,
But
It's not on that good.
yeah,
Oh, it's not on that page.
but yeah, it was a lot of. There were some Nightbirds mishaps too. I deleted a couple guitar takes that I liked. This is way before. This is when I was working on guitar lines. And I'll be like,
Oops.
oh, that's a great take. And I'll hit delete by accident. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Thank God for the 40 archives. Always back up your
Oh, yes.
stuff. Oh, my God. That's so important.
Yeah, always back up yourself.
Or else you're
I've
going to
been
be.
a part of.
Words, bro.
What do you say, Nick?
I've been a part of too many stories where I would get an awesome take in the studio, and oh wait, the engineer's like, my computer froze. Oh, okay, I got to be awesome again for 3.5 minutes while.
Well, that's
wait
not
for
hard
three
for you,
first.
bud.
I guess that's
Oh,
why it
thank
was
you.
kind of fun working on. Yeah, it's true, Nick. Nick's like a.
Well, you got to be prepared for anything, evidently.
Yeah. But working on tape was kind of cool because it's like, it's also kind of stressful because it's like, that's it, you're done.
Super stressful.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're Josh, and you're just like,
So let's do this.
I'm the man.
In 3 words or less, sum up the Nightbirds record for the people. Josh, you first, bud. Numero uno, Josh.
dark, mysterious, fun.
John, you're next.
You know what? I had this question. It just popped in my head. I didn't think about
John, hey bud. Hey bud, you're next.
it.
Hey bud. You mean your all-seeing eye isn't gonna help you out?
Yeah, what good is it?
gloomy, rainy, drunk.
That's strangely accurate. Matthew, what do you think? In 3 words or less.
I'm not trying to piggyback off of anyone else's words. Intense.
It's camping.
Oh shit. Intense. This is gonna sell so bad on YouTube.
Oh wait, you know what? I got another three. I got another one. Clean.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
It's clean.
All right. Intense. Mystical. I feel like there's some mystical moments on it. Intense, mystical, and trying to find a word for. I need a synonym for. Come back to me on my last word. I'm going to look up some synonyms.
Yeah. That works too.
Next.
All right, 3 words that describe the album. Everything one needs.
That's fucking great. I'm glad we waited for yours.
Go listen, please. On Friday.
Okay, I got my last one.
Let's see how Friday, but I don't know who said
Hidden. That's my last word.
Hidden.
Because I feel like there's a lot more than meets the eye with this record.
Yeah, we got some soulful secrets on this boy.
Yes. Ooh, secretive. That would have been better.
No take backs.
Featured
So I actually in college I won. I was the synonym champion.
You are.
Yeah,
Wow.
I had the best
What did you-
synonyms in the school.
What was your prize for it?
They gave me the janitor's keys for a week.
That's weak. I thought they gave you a pan of Big ZD.
Ooh, that
No.
sounds good.
Yeah, right.
No.
That would have been a good. There's some good earnings.
I went to O'Hallahan College, so they
Oh,
didn't even-
Hallahan.
Yeah.
I think it's that time again.
Oh no.
I
Are we
think it's that
playing?
time again.
What I think we're playing.
It's going to be a tough one. I think we need to give ourselves some time. I don't want to start it yet, but I'm kind of.
Here, wait, ready? Here we go. Here's a bag of Josh.
Okay.
That's our
Josh, what
new-
are you doing in the bag?
Josh, let's see what's in Josh. Let's see what's inside of Josh.
I imagine guts and organs.
I did guts for sure.
Oh,
Oh,
With
Wow.
one leg.
you got that out very quickly.
Damn you, Benjamin.
Goku
is that
kind of
his
has.
final form?
It's weird. It used to be in our dog Benjamin, and now it's inside of Josh. So that's our new segment. What's inside?
That's
Here's a
John's
bag of
new
Josh.
segment.
Here's John's segment.
No
Here's a bag-
affiliation with the 1940s.
Yes. That's also
All right.
John's beard
beard.
and mouth and nose. All right, listen. It's time. What everyone's been waiting for. Song versus song.
Can you see me if I? Can you still see me?
Yes.
You're frozen.
You're frozen.
You're
Give me
frozen.
1 second, baby boys.
It's kind of lit though. You could keep it like that. All right, so song versus song this week. This is number 2 in our song v song 1940s bracket.
Ooh.
This week, it's Super Bass by Nicki Minaj versus Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. I feel like this is putting
like-
me in a bad spot.
Because you love both of them, right?
I do love both of those songs, but after a listen and after contemplation, I've made a decision.
Well, don't keep us
Who's gonna
waiting.
start?
You should
want me to
start this
start?
time.
Should I start?
Yeah.
John, is there anything
Yeah.
you want to add to song v song this week
So-
before I start?
Real fast before we continue on song versus song, this is a 32 song challenge. It's the same way that college basketball works. We have 32
Instead of 64.
songs at a 32 song instead of what?
It's the same way college works. March Madness starts with 64 teams.
Oh yeah, but we're doing 32 because we don't got who the fuck's doing 64. That'd be crazy. That's 32 weeks.
John would do
of
that.
and then
John would do that.
have to do it. I would do that if people, this is the first championship. We'll do this again next year,
Ooh.
but we got to make sure people want it. So, but anyway, but we want it, so that's why we're doing 32. So, Even Flow won last week, and I was shocked, but Even Flow won last week, and that's the power of the fan vote. Because me and my brother thought Come As You Are. Nick and Josh thought Even Flow. We tied, went to the fan vote, and the fans voted for Even Flow to move on. So now whoever wins this round plays Even Flow, and next week we'll go to the next round.
Sounds
So-
easy enough.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, that's not exactly how it works, but that's how we're doing it.
I'm going to give my pick, and I'm going to
Please.
describe why. So I listened to both, and when I noticed, all right, so for this one I judged it a little different. I went like part by part, structure wise. It's like, all right, what song this has a better intro? What song has a better chorus? Because they're both pop songs, so I'm kind of judging them a little more superficially.
Yeah.
All right, I listened to Super Bass. Super Bass starts off great. I don't know what guitar work or like these like keyboards or whatever or synthesizers. Sounds great. Nicki comes in, she slaps basically. Super Bass is a great song. I love the background vocals where they're going bass, bass. Great. Me and Josh knows my love for the song. Great song. John's a thirsty bitch. And also, and I listen to Katy Perry, Teenage Dream, and the brilliance of Max Martin just shines on all of his number one hits. And I don't know. I listened to it, and the other day, John made a point about a post-chorus. I guess it's kind of the outro and the post-chorus of the song.
Yeah, last night.
When she starts finally saying, "I'll get your heart racing in the skin tight jeans." And I think so. My pick this week is Teenage Dream, and I think that "I'm gonna get your heart racing in my skin tight jeans" takes it over the top. I feel like they're even until that part. And the thing that puts Super Bass a little lower for me is the little break part. See, I need you in my life for me to stay. And the kind of the beat stops and all that kind of stuff. I could have done without that part. So my pick this week is Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. I think that's her best work. And she does it. She did it live on Letterman a bunch of years ago. Her with a normal band in a pair of jeans and a normal shirt, nothing frilly. It was great.
Oh,
So I
have
wanted
to
to
check
add
that
that.
out.
Yeah, it was really awesome. So that's my pick this week, Teenage
All right.
Dream.
I want to go next because I'm more curious than what Josh and Nick think than of probably any song in the whole thing. Especially Nick, because
I really want to know what Nick's gonna say.
Either of these songs at all. But I picked Teenage Dream. It wasn't really close for me. I thought it would be closer because I knew how much Matthew loved Super Bass.
I still do. I'm not saying it. I still do love Super Bass.
I gave Super Bass 4 to 5 chances, and Nicki Minaj ruins that song, even though it's her song. She just
Imagine that.
she back then she was like, not her rap songs. Back then when she did pop songs, she had like 3 different characters. It was her, and it was the pop her, and then it was what's that Roman dragon? Or what was her? She had like that
rah, like a Dungeons and Dragon.
No, she had that Roman character.
I forgot about that.
That shit.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I heard that in the song, I was like, that's why I hate this fucking song. So, and I forgot that I probably would have picked another song, but you live with you use the hand you're dealt, and Teenage Dream all the way. It's not even close. That post chorus that's like one of the best pop post choruses. The
payoff is worth it.
Payoff is worth it. The guitar work's fun in that song. There's like cute little sounds happening, and there is some good production on the Super Bass song, but not nearly enough. So Katy Perry's Teenage Dream advances. Let's do Josh and then Nick next, because I swear to God, I can't wait to hear Nick.
Me too. I don't even want to do mine. I just want to hear Nick. All right. For 2 reasons, my vote is going to go to Super Bass. One, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's going to vote for it. So that's one reason why
I might flip. I might be the first flip.
2, I'm not a heartless bitch like Matthew. I stand by the song that I loved, and I will still pick Super Bass. Even though I'm going to be completely honest, I'm pretty sure the Katy Perry song is actually much better. But I'm still voting for Super Bass anyway.
I love a good sympathy and what's it nostalgic vote. Love it.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. The nostalgia for sure also.
I can appreciate that.
Should I flop on my marbles?
Nicki Minaj would definitely be drinking in Marconi before Katy would. So I go back. That's actually a good question, but I'm sorry, Nick, continue.
All right. So believe it or not, like, yeah, you should be. So believe it or not, like I was actually like somewhat into both of these two when both of these songs came out. Like with Nicki Minaj, I just have a memory of my brother and I just cracking up listening to that album. Every lyric we just hung on is like we're dying. And Katy Perry just reminds me of hanging out with friends in my early 20s. So I am like nostalgic and sympathetic to both of them. And now, just based on the song, I agree 100% with Matthew. I think that post chorus just makes it like that much more of a song, and Nicki Minaj's break in super bass is like I'm already like not into the song, and then she does that crap
Get
to
lost
me.
by that point.
Yeah. So just to keep it interesting, because I want to hear what the people had to say, I'm going to vote for Nicki Minaj.
You know,
I don't care. I really don't.
I will say this. Super bass, much better intro.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that
that's the
song
best part of
comes
the
in
song.
firing. This one is for the
Okay.
boom and just. I mean, it just comes in right off. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, if she didn't get into that fucking character, I would have been
That's the only time it works.
for it. Nah, I fucking hate that shit. Put that shit in like one of your hardcore rap songs. Don't put that shit in a decent pop song.
Right.
I don't even mind it. I don't even mind the breakdown. That doesn't even bother me.
What do the fans say? What do the fans say? I'll stick with my vote.
So, because I think if we voted just purely off of what the song sounded like, song sounded like, Teenage Dream would win anyway.
Yeah.
Which I think Josh and Nick would agree with, but it doesn't matter because even if we were tied, the fans by a landslide, 86% voted for Teenage Dream to advance to the next round.
I guess that makes sense.
No love for Super Bass.
No.
No. I got one vote from the fans.
Do we know what?
I don't know how many. 16%. What's next week, John? You got the bracket. I got the bracket on my phone. I can look it up.
I'm looking it up now. I got it.
All right. While you look it up, I'll plug everything we got going on. So right off the bat, COVID-19, take it serious. Wash your hands. You got it, John?
Yeah, God. Oh.
What is it?
Oh God.
No, let's promote first because this is a fucking cliffhanger.
All right, we got like a couple seconds. I gotta do this quick.
Nightbird
Nightbird.
out May 8th. Wash your hands.
COVID-19, wash your hands. Take it serious. John, what's the song of your song? Go ahead.
Don't Stop Believing versus Living on a Prayer.
Oh man.
That's it. All right, that's a wrap. Peace out, everyone.
Be safe. Love you.
Later.